Cyclone Tauktae is inching towards the coast of Gujarat. It's now intensified into an extremely severe cyclonic storm as per the Met Department. It's heading now towards the centre of the southern bulge of Gujarat and is expected to make landfall near Diu by this evening. Mumbai, which is not in direct line of threat of the cyclone, is witnessing rains accompanied with strong winds. The operation of the Mumbai monorail has also been suspended for the day. The BMC has put out an appeal to all people not to venture, particularly near the coast, near the seas. According to the Met Department, moderate to intense spells of rain with gusty winds reaching up to 75 to 85 kilometers per hour is likely to occur at isolated places in the districts of Mumbai, Thane, Raigad, Palghar and Ratnagiri during the next 3 hours. Ahead of landfall, there was another crisis in Gujarat. An earthquake measuring 4.5 on the Richter scale hit Amreli district of Gujarat. The NDRF has deployed over 50 teams in the state for evacuation and rescue. So far, nearly 1.5 lakh people have been shifted from low-lying coastal areas in Gujarat. Over 100 houses have been damaged due to strong winds in the state of Goa, which also faced the brunt of the cyclone. 2 have also died. Several roads in the state remain blocked due to inundation. The Met Department has forecast that heavy rains will continue in Goa. Home Minister Amit Shah also spoke to the Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant to take stock of the state's preparedness. As far as Kerala is concerned, cyclonic winds did cause some damage in parts, particularly of Alappuzha, where there's also been waterlogging. 6 people in all have lost their lives due to this cyclone. 4 of them in Karnataka and 2 people have died in Goa. Let's take this across to our reporters on the ground. We have Pankaj Upadhyay, who's joining us live from Mumbai. Also Pankaj Kelkar, who's reporting from Ratnagiri district in Maharashtra. Pankaj Upadhyay, first to him on what's happening really in Mumbai. Pankaj, just tell us what the weather currently is like and also about the advisory that's been issued by the BMC.
Akshita, let me apprise you with the very latest. First of all, the monorail operations in Mumbai have suspended for the entire day. Secondly, Mumbai airport will be shut from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There has already been one diversion in the morning and a further decision whether to shut the operations in Mumbai airport post 2 p.m. will be taken after some time. But important information right now is, according to the weather department, the next couple of hours are going to be very, very crucial. Now, this wind is the cyclone is 125 kilometers west from Mumbai, and Akshita, it is moving in northwest direction, which means that there's going to be some trouble in the northwestern area, that is in the suburbs of Mumbai. At present, the wind speed is around 40 to 50 kilometers per hour, but as far as the IMD is concerned, it maintains that after a couple of hours, the wind speed could further increase to 80 to 90 kilometers per hour. And if that happens, perhaps that could be some problem for Mumbai. Already it's been raining heavily in several suburban areas of Mumbai. And right now at the Juhu beach, and it's been raining very heavily here. Several teams of NDRF have been deployed at the beaches. In fact, 6 teams have been deployed at the various beaches. Mumbaikars have been asked to stay indoors, and NDRF says that they will be ready for any call, be it from the city side or the suburban side as well. But most importantly, right now, Akshita, since the COVID situation is very critical, the government, the BMC, is keeping a very close eye at the various COVID centers as well. As I have been mentioning earlier as well, more than 600 patients, COVID patients, have already been transferred to other safer facilities as well. And the BMC says that it is keeping a very close eye on all the facilities. A reserve team of the NDRF has been placed at the COVID centers as well, just in case there is a call from the hospital as well. So right now, all the disaster management units are on ground zero. A control system has been made at the Mantralaya as well, and this very center is coordinating with all the coastal districts of Maharashtra. But right now, the news is that the next couple of hours are going to be critical, and the wind speed and the rains have increased in the various suburban areas of Mumbai.
Okay, Pankaj, thank you for that report. Stay safe out there. The wind speeds are picking up also. You can see our reporters braving those conditions, braving the COVID crisis to get you those updates. Let's take this across now to Pankaj Kelkar. He's joining us from the Ratnagiri district in Maharashtra. Pankaj, what's the situation there? We understand that the system has moved north, so it's closer to Mumbai than Ratnagiri. So it looks like the worst is over for this district.
Akshita, over here I am in Dapoli Tehsil, Dapoli town, and outside the Tehsildar office, along with me I have some of the Nagarpalika officials, and they will be telling us like what all aftermath and the devastation that has been caused due to the heavy strong winds of this Taukte cyclone. क्या नुकसान के बारे में बताइए?
हमारे इधर नुकसान ज़्यादा नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन जो हुआ है तो थोड़े से पेड़ गिर गए, चौकअप हुआ है, थोड़े नदी नाले थोड़े से बह रहे, बाकी दूसरा
पिछले साल की तुलना में नुकसान
कम है.
You have heard that the devastation caused by Nisarg cyclone was too much. This year round the winds are strong, gusty winds, but yes, only trees have been uprooted and some little bit of damage is there. The rescue teams are on ground. They will be going throughout the town and other parts of this taluka in Ratnagiri district. Behind me you can see the Tehsildar office, the JCBs and other teams are also, they have geared up. But yes, the good news is that other than uprooting of trees or damaging of other things, no other serious damage has caused over here. Akshita.
Thank God for that. Pankaj Kelkar, Pankaj Upadhyay, thank you for getting us those reports. Remember, as far as Maharashtra is concerned, there is a high alert, but this system is moving close to the coast, not hitting Maharashtra per se, and it is really the close-by system of the cyclone that is bringing rainfall as well as heavy winds in places like Mumbai. But this cyclone is going to be making landfall in the southern part of Gujarat. That's where maximum impact of the storm is going to be felt. Gopi Manyar is getting us this report from Veraval in Gujarat.
आप देख सकते हैं कि जो वेरावल का समुद्र तट है वो काफ़ी रफ हो चुका है और यहाँ पे जो पुलिस है, पुलिस भी अब लोगों को जो समुद्र के किनारे पे सुबह सुबह आए हुए थे उन लोगों को यहाँ पे खदेड़ने का काम पुलिस ने भी शुरू कर दिया है। साथ ही एनडीआरएफ की जो टीमें हैं वो भी पूरे गुजरात में तैनात कर दी गई है और ख़ास करके जो कोस्टल इलाके हैं, समुद्र तट वाले शहर है, वहाँ पे इस टीमों को तैनात कर दिया गया है। वही कोविड केयर सेंटर की बात की जाए तो यहाँ पे भी जो आईसीयू ऑन व्हील है उसको स्टैंड बाय पे रखा गया है। साथ ही सभी जो अस्पताल है, जो कोविड के अस्पताल है, उनको बताया गया है कि वो 24 घंटे का ऑक्सीजन जो है वो सरप्लस लेकर चले। कहीं पे भी सड़क अगर बंद हो जाएगी और ऑक्सीजन की जो ट्रक्स वगैरह नहीं पहुंच पाएगी तो दिक्कत होगी, जिसके चलते ये कहा गया है कि वो ऑक्सीजन भी 24 घंटे का सरप्लस लेके चले। बिजली के लिए जनरेटर सेट रखाने के लिए कहा गया। आप देख सकते हैं जो पुलिस है, पुलिस यहाँ पे पहुंची हुई है। पुलिस जो मॉर्निंग वॉक करने यहाँ पे समुद्र के तट पे लोग पहुंचे हुए थे उनको अब खदेड़ने का काम यहाँ पे पुलिस ने शुरू कर दिया है ताकि जो लोग हैं वो यहाँ से हट जाए और जब साइक्लोन का असर है वो जब यहाँ पे हो तो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को नुकसान ना हो। कैमरामैन उज्जवल ओझा के साथ गोपी घांगर, वेरावल।
So Cyclone Taukte currently is close to Maharashtra and making its way upwards towards Gujarat. But before this, it's left behind a trail of destruction in the state of Kerala, particularly coastal Kerala, has been affected badly by the storm. Over 14 districts had sounded an alert. Over 30 NDRF teams are currently in Kerala helping with relief and rehabilitation. We saw several reports coming in of houses being inundated, particularly houses close to the sea. Gopi Krishnan Unitan gets you this report.
Torrential rains, strong winds, and complete chaos have gripped Kerala as the western coast braces for Cyclone Taukte. High tides have damaged hundreds of houses in the area. The citizens already battling a raging pandemic are now facing a double whammy due to the very severe storm. which is likely to make landfall on Tuesday in Gujarat. In Trikunapura village of Alapura, hundreds of people have been evacuated as the rough sea has breached the long sea wall. 70-year-old fish seller Muhammad Nazar used to live with his wife in a small house on the coastline of the village. The torrential rain and high tides have forced his family to relocate to a relief camp.
എൻ്റെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് കടച്ചു 70 വയസ്സിനുള്ളിൽ തലച്ചമരം പോലും ഞാൻ മീൻ കച്ചവടം ചെയ്ത് സൈക്കിളിലും തലച്ചമരയും വണ്ടിയിലും കച്ചവടം ചെയ്ത് കാശ് പൈസ രൂപയുടെ മീൻ കച്ചവടമായിരുന്നു. കോവിഡ് വന്നിട്ട് പിന്നെ ഞാൻ മീൻ കച്ചവടം നിർത്തി. വീട്ടിൽ ഞാനും എൻ്റെ വൈഫ് മാത്രമേ ഇപ്പോഴുള്ളൂ. മക്കൾ 4 പേരും 4 അടുത്ത് ഒരാൾ മരിച്ചുപോയി. ഭാര്യയാണ് സുഖമില്ലാത്ത ആസ്മ അസുഖക്കാരാണ്.
Locals say the unusually raging waves that damaged the seawall have never been witnessed before.
The rough sea waters have literally washed away all the soil from underneath, leaving this portion of the building literally hanging in the air. Hundreds of houses have been completely washed away in the rough seas that has hit the Kerala coast over the last few days. Many more like this are on the verge of a complete collapse. The people here look forward for the support of the administration, either in terms of alternate arrangements to leave or other means of survival.
This is Khadija, whose house is at a significant distance from the sea. Yet the ravaging waves washed away the soil underneath her house.
7 വർഷമായി. എന്നിട്ട് എന്നും വീടിന്റെ തൂണൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഇളകിക്കൊണ്ട് പോകും. എല്ലാവരും വന്ന് ഇതുപോലെ ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്തോണ്ട് പോകും. യാതൊരു ഇതൊന്നും നമുക്ക് ഇതുവരെ കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല. പേടിയാമോ? അതല്ലേ മരുമോളെ അങ്ങ് വിട്ടെ. പേടിക്കാതെ പിന്നെ പേടിയാമോനെ. പിന്നെ ഞാനും ബാബിച്ചിയും കൂടെ ഇവിടെ കിടന്ന് എല്ലാ സാധനവും ഇതിനകത്ത് ഇരിക്കുമല്ലേ. എന്നിട്ട് ഞങ്ങളുടെ പിന്നെ ഒരു അലമാരിയൊക്കെ പിടിച്ച് ഞങ്ങൾ വെളിയിൽ വെച്ച് അതൊക്കെയായിട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ ജീവിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
More than the nature's fury, it's the laxity of the administration that has hurt the people. The villagers are fuming over the inaction and negligence of local leaders and authorities.
ഞാൻ മെമ്പറായിരുന്നു 5 വർഷക്കാലം എംഎൽഎ ഓഫീസിൽ എത്ര തവണ കയറി ഇറങ്ങിയെന്നറിയാമോ? ഈ കല്ലിന്റെ കാര്യവും റോഡിന്റെ കാര്യമൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു അറിയാമോ? എത്ര പ്രാവശ്യം അത് ആക്കിത്തരാന്ന് മാത്രമേ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളൂ, ചെയ്യത്തില്ലെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല.
The situation is no different in Ernakulam district as well. The high tides have left a trail of destruction.
What you see behind me are anything but surreal images. These are not what you would expect to see in your backyard, and unfortunately that is what is unfolding over here. If you look at the houses over here, these houses when they were built they were rather far away from the shoreline, but after the sea had started crouching in due to the high tide, this is what we are witnessing here at the moment. These houses that you see over here, and maybe I can just ask my camera person to show you this visual. This is not what you would want to see when you look through the main door of a house. If you can just see this image, you can see right through that house, you can see that wave coming, and this is how the wave is lashing inside.
The only glimmer of hope is that cyclone Tautai has moved further north. With Gopi Krishna Unithan in Kerala, Bureau Report, India Today.
What the movement of the system is going to look like based